Hey guys, how we doing today? This is Wally with LearningNet.com, and if you guys are watching this Namecheap WordPress hosting review, it means that you want to create a WordPress website using their web hosting services. So today I wanted to go over the specs and features that come with the Namecheap hosting services. I wanted to take you on the back end to see the cPanel itself. That way you can see how you can set up your WordPress website. I've had Namecheap for quite some years, and so just wanted to share with you guys how is it that you can get started today. If you guys are new here to this channel for LearningNet.com, hit the subscribe button, guys, right below, along with the bell, and that way any future videos that I upload, you will be sure to receive them. Also, when you guys get started today, you will find a link right below in the descriptions portion of this video. You can click on that link. It's going to take you over to Namecheap's website, and you guys are going to be taking advantage today of a huge discount off of your web hosting today. So take advantage of the links that are right below. I'll also have a tutorial that'll walk you step by step through the process of creating a WordPress website today using Namecheap's cPanel. All those links you'll find right below. So one of the things that I wanted to mention off back that I really love about Namecheap, guys, is that one, it's super affordable. It's very affordable for all pockets. Doesn't matter if you're a beginner or somebody who's been online for quite some time. Maybe if you have experience with another web hosting provider that you're currently with right now and you want to migrate over to Namecheap, you can do a free site migration over to them, and they'll save you a lot of money both on the front and back end. Another thing that I wanted to mention that I really love about Namecheap is that they have really great customer support. So the customer support is offered through email and chat. They're very, very fast. Something I wanted to say off back is that they don't have phone support. And it's not a big deal at all because a lot of big brands, online, such as like DreamHost, there's like Hostinger, a lot of big and popular web hosting providers online do not have like phone support. And that's perfectly fine, And so what I love about them is that they respond really fast when you're in chat or if you're sending like emails for tickets that you've opened, okay? So they have really great, dependable customer support, and that's something that I wanted to highlight to you guys today. Another thing that I wanted to highlight is that they have really great uptime performance. So uptime performance, guys, so I wanted to talk about this before we get into, like the plans and which one will be best, for you. Uptime support, in short, is just a measurement of how often your website is online. So let's say, for instance, today you guys, you're looking for an honest review of Namecheap. And so you typed into YouTube, great, Namecheap, WordPress hosting review. But let's say you went to like Google or Yahoo or Bing and you typed in these very same key terms, Namecheap, WordPress hosting review. And, my website popped up in the SERPs on the very first page, which a lot of my pages pop up on the first page due to the popularity. Let's say you get to the first page, there you see LearningNet and you see the actual review that I have on my site, right? But you click through and for some reason the website, wasn't online. So that would be an example of what's called downtime. And so why do I mention all this in this Namecheap WordPress hosting review? Well, I mention it because you need to get started with a web hosting provider that's really reliable. That's very reliable on their servers and has your website online and viewable when people are searching for you. And so the truth is that, any web hosting provider out there, if a web hosting provider does not have great uptime performance, it means that essentially you guys will lose money online. I just want to be upfront and let you know this. That way, you're not like overly excited or get so pumped up, when you see different advertisements out there. It's really important that you get started with a web hosting provider that has at least 99.9% of uptime performance. In the case of Namecheap, it's a lot higher. It's a lot more reliable than a lot of these EIG, owned companies, perhaps like Bluehost or HostGator that you've probably heard of. You can really count on your website being online 24/7. So that's something that I wanted to highlight that is extremely important for you guys to know before you get started today with the links up below. Another point that I wanted to highlight is security. So we live in a world where websites are bombarded each and every day. Websites are hacked each and every minute, every day, all day. I saw like a stat online that mentioned like an upwards of like 30,000 websites were hacked, like in a minute. And so you just think about that, with the billions of websites that are online, how secure is your web hosting? In the case of Namecheap, with all of their platforms that they have, be it the shared, the WordPress, like their VPS, whatever package that you decide to go with today. They have free SSL certificates. They have monitoring, on the servers. They have different measures in place to keep your website secure from different hacks and different attacks that may try to, take over your website itself. And so these are some things that I wanted to mention off the gate, guys, when it comes to like creating a website. You need to really know how reliable, how affordable, how dependable, and how is it that you can get in touch with customer support if you have questions about your hosting. Okay, so I hope you guys really appreciate me, talking about these points. Because in all of the tutorials that I have, in fact, I linked to one right below where it takes you step by step through the process of creating like a simple blog, on WordPress. But I just don't want you to get started and then later on you have questions and then you feel like you might not be informed. Okay. And so I want to be 100% honest and transparent, not only with this Namecheap WordPress hosting review, but with all other reviews that I have on this website. So if that's something that you guys like, hit the like button right now, show your support on this YouTube channel. Go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And that way, future videos that I upload, guys, you'll be sure to receive them. So I mentioned before that I'm going to have a link right below that's going to walk you guys step by step through the process of creating your website. So what is it that you're going to learn today with the link that's right below? Well, once you get started with the very first link, guys, that'll allow you access to get your very own domain name, and you're going to be able to grab your web hosting itself. And so there are different plans that you can select from, with the WordPress piece of things. You're going to get a domain name itself. You can grab like your .com, your .net, your .org, whatever domain name extension you want to grab, for your brand. I recommend first that you shoot for a .com, okay? The third step that you're going to learn with the tutorial that's right below in the description portion of this video is how to install WordPress on your website, on your actual domain name, and then you're going to gain access to what's called the dashboard itself. And the dashboard is really where you go about the customization, personalization of your website itself, adding things like plugins, changing up like your WordPress theme, like you can see, like in my case for learnernet.com. This is the actual, site itself, or the landing page, if you will. And these are all the pages that I have, on the site, right? And so this is the main focus on the site itself, is to help people with free WordPress tutorials like we're doing right now, to help you guys to find out the best way to create sites online. Of course, without the use of HTML or coding, it's not needed. You don't need an experience to do that. If you're willing to walk step by step, follow each of these steps, don't skip any of them, you'll be on your way to launching a very simple WordPress site, online. And so on my site, obviously you can see like testimonials of what people think, about my tutorials that I do on YouTube. And I try to make them very, useful to you guys. That way you'll be able to, share it online and to help other people to appreciate all the hard work that I put through in these tutorials. So if that's something that you like, guys, go ahead and hit the like button and drop a comment right below just to show your appreciation for what we're doing here. So those are the three main points, guys, that you're going to learn with the tutorial itself that I have, linked up below. But let's get on to the actual web hosting itself, because again, when you create a website, the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to select a domain name. That's going to be the name of your site. You guys can see right here, mine is learnernet.com. There are no dashes, there are no numbers. It's just a very simple, straightforward domain name, right? And so when you guys get started today using the links below, you're going to select a domain name that's very simple, nothing complicated. You want to make it very easy. That way, people that are searching for you online, just like you guys did today with this Namecheap WordPress hosting review, you easily found my website online through Google. You easily found this video through YouTube. You want to make it just as easy for your visitors online that are looking for whatever products or services that you guys sell. Does that make sense? I hope so. And so when you click the very first link right below, guys, it's going to bring you to the landing page for the WordPress side of things. So Namecheap, as I mentioned before, they have different types of hosting. There's shared hosting, WordPress hosting, which is what we're going to be focusing on today, and the VPS, which is really for people that want more personalized resources and you have really high volumes of traffic itself, and you don't really want to share servers, with anybody else. Okay, what you're going to do is scroll all the way down, and you're going to notice that there are 3 different plans that you can select from. There's a starter plan, a turbo, and a supersonic. It's very simple, straightforward. The way how it's laid out here, it's not complicated at all. I love simplicity and like user-friendly platforms, like Namecheap. And so all you have to do really here is decide which of the 3 plans you feel it'd be best for you. Once you sign up and you get set up, with your account itself, you'll gain access to what's called the cPanel. From that point, that's where you can actually create the site itself, if that makes sense, okay? And so in the case of the starter plan itself, for the very first year, you're only paying $34, guys. It's an amazing, amazing deal. We're not talking about $34 a month or $34 for every 2 months, but this is for your very first year. And so why do I mention that? With this 29% discount that you're getting off your very first year, a lot of web hosting providers online, be it Bluehost, HostGator, SiteGround, a lot of these popular, companies that you may see promoted, online, usually will charge you in your very first year a bare minimum of about $100, give or take, depending on the tier that you are purchasing. And so you think about it, it's like, with the introductory pricing itself, with SiteGround or so for your very first year, you might be paying like $100 or a little bit over $100, but the second year when your web hosting renews, you're going to be paying twice as much with SiteGround. So it's a nice company. They're very, very popular, but they're also very, very expensive. And so why spend so much money with a company like SiteGround or like some others that are out there, Bluehost, that may not be as reliable? Why spend so much money when you can save money both on the front and back end with Namecheap? And so this is another big reason, guys, why I recommend, using them, is because, again, they're very, very affordable. As I mentioned to you guys in the very beginning, they are super reliable. They're really great customer support. And these are things that I feel that, every website online should have. You need to be able to save money, both on the front and back end for your business, whatever it is that you're promoting or selling online. If you have questions, who can you talk to? When people surf online on Google, Yahoo, and Bing, they need to be able to find you. And to do that, you need a company that has really great uptime performance and also protecting your website 24/7, okay? And so again, these are the major, major reasons why I highly recommend that you guys use Namecheap to create your site, today. Now, with the first tier itself, you're getting only 10 gigabytes of SSD. That's more than enough for beginners. It's going to support 50,000 monthly visitors. Think about that. A lot of providers online, again, going back to the same example, so Bluehost, HostGator, even SiteGround, like on their first tier, they support something like 10,000 monthly visitors. And the price itself, if you were just to look at the monthly price right here, $688 in SiteGround, it's very, very expensive. And they don't even support that many visitors. Okay. And so you're getting an amazing, amazing deal. Of course, I recommend that you guys, pay for the entire year up front. But if you want to go month to month, that's perfectly fine. You can do whatever you feel would be best for you. If you do that, then obviously you get the first month, for free. But the second tier itself, a turbo, is going to support up to 200,000 monthly visitors. So it's 4 times as much as the first tier, along with 50 gigabytes of SSD. With the supersonic, as you guys can clearly see right here, you're getting 100 gigabytes of SSD, and it's going to support up to 500,000 monthly visitors. So this is absolutely amazing, guys. And basically what you want to do right here is just to make your selection. If you're a beginner, I just recommend that you go with the very first tier. And once you do this, guys, you can just follow it step by step by step. And it's very easy to set up. And of course, again, I do have a tutorial that's right below that will walk you guys step by step through the process, of creating your actual site itself. One thing that I wanted to mention before you continue is, this very first year itself, where you're getting the 29% off, it's going to drop it down to $34.88. When it renews, it's going to renew at $48.88, and that's your second year going. So again, when you compare like big companies like SiteGround, where they're charging you your very first year $100, but then in the second year it doubles with their web hosting, and that's just on their startup plan with SiteGround. In the case of Namecheap, it's increasing, but it's not increasing as much. And so you definitely want to know about those kind of things with any web hosting provider online, guys. It really doesn't matter who they are, how long they've been around. You're always going to have two prices. One is going to be an introductory price. It's the price that you're getting in right now, the discount that you're taking advantage of using the links below. And then when your year is finished, it's going to renew at the price that's crossed off here. And so what I recommend all beginners to do, not only with Namecheap, but with any web hosting provider out there, guys, is that I highly, highly recommend that you purchase more web hosting up front. I recommend that because if you purchase, say, like 2 years, 3 years like that, when your 3 years is finished, then it's just going to renew at, like the $48 for the very first year. Does that make sense? And so the more web hosting that you purchase up front, the more money you'll save, essentially, and so you'll save more on the back and the front end if you do that. But again, it's totally up to you. You can purchase what you want. I just wanted to show you about the major benefits of using the WordPress platform itself. As I mentioned before, guys, when it comes to WordPress, most websites, a good deal of websites that you may come across online have been created through WordPress. It does not require any experience with HTML or coding. If you know those things, that's great, but there are huge, huge benefits of using Namecheap's WordPress hosting over many of the competitors. So let's check out the cPanel itself right now. So once you guys decide what plan you want to go with, whether it's going to be the starter plan, the turbo, the supersonic, whatever plan that you feel is best for you, you make your decision. You're going to set up your account, get your domain name. Namecheap is going to email you some credentials that will allow you to gain access to your cPanel. So to access your cPanel, guys, what you're going to do is you're going to type in whatever your domain name is, and you're going to type the word cPanel following that, okay? And so when you press enter, you're just going to be prompted to plug in a username and a password that Namecheap is going to send you to your email. So once you set up your account today, using the links below, you get your web hosting package itself, you're going to get your domain name. Once you set up your account, you pay for it and all of that, Namecheap is going to send to your email credentials to what's called the cPanel, okay? And so that's how you would access it. They're going to send you your domain name /cPanel. You're going to have credentials with a username and a password. So this is the cPanel, guys, right here. And as you guys will notice, you'll have access to different resources and tools that help you to launch your website within a short few moments. Every website with Namecheap comes with a free SSL certificate. Every website should have it. It's just, the way of security itself. When people search for you online, guys, through Google, Yahoo, and Bing, just like you guys did today, you notice that from the search itself, the website link will say that it's secure. And so many people that see website links in the search results that say unsecure or like warning or something like that due to Chrome, they may not click through on your website itself. So I love that Namecheap takes care of you in that way. You get your domain name, you get domain name privacy, you get your free SSL certificates. They do a lot of things in the way of security to protect you online, right? And so when people are, if you want to create an e-commerce store or something like that, and you're selling products on your site, people want to know that your website is secure, especially if they're going to be inputting their debit or credit card or some type of, personal private information on your website. They want to know that the browser and the site itself is actually 100% secure. You can check your disk usage itself. And so if you need to upgrade, due to you want to scale more with your site, you're getting a lot of visitors. Of course, with the very first tier with the starter, it's going to support up to 50,000 visitors. So you may not need to scale up to the next tier itself. Maybe a year down the road, 2 years down the road, really depends on how much content, that you're adding, to your site itself, and obviously the promotion. A lot of factors determine your traffic, but this is like one of the subsections, guys, where you guys can check out how much in the way of like resources that you are using. You can do redirects, for your domain names itself, with Namecheap. It's very, very simple to do it, where you can take the domain name itself that you purchased and redirect the visitor to like another site itself that you want them to go to. Okay. And so there are tons of different resources, guys, here. And obviously, with the visitors that come to your site, you can find out how is it that they're making it to your site. Like in the case of my site with learnernet.com, I get visitors from all over the world to my site, not only from the US, but from Europe, Asia, all over the world. I get visitors. And so tools like, here in the cPanel, along with like the Google Console and analytics, all of these things together help me to determine where to direct my efforts. How is it that people are finding the LearnerNet site online, not only with LearnerNet, but with other sites that I have online. And so it's a really good way, guys, to help you to better direct like your marketing efforts or whatever it is that you're promoting online. All of these tools are here for you within your cPanel itself, guys. And so what I want you guys to do right now is first, you're going to get started by using the links below. You're going to get your domain name. You guys are going to get your web hosting, all of which you're going to get a really nice discount on today, as you guys could clearly see today on the presentation here. I want you to get started today. You can use those links below. Just determine which of the 3 plans you feel would be best for you. Namecheap does have a 30-day money-back guarantee. So what that means is that, if you get started today using my links below and you feel that Namecheap is not for you for some oddball reason, you can contact customer support and they'll gladly give you your money back. So they're very responsive. They're very experienced, very professional. And again, I've been using them for quite some time. And so, with me personally, when I first got started with Namecheap, it was first I was over at GoDaddy, and I realized that prices for the domain names and the web hosting just kept going up and up each and every year. Every time it would renew, it would just go up and it would increase. And so I was basically looking for an alternative to GoDaddy, and I stumbled upon Namecheap. And so I started first getting domains there, and I decided to try out their shared and the WordPress hosting itself. And I've been very content with it thus far. And so for this reason, I wanted to take out just a few moments of my time, guys, to share with you some of the amazing benefits of hosting your sites today with Namecheap. So I hope that you guys really enjoy this video review. If you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to drop them right below. I will respond to your questions that you have or your comments. If you found value with this Namecheap WordPress hosting review, go ahead and smash the like button, guys. Again, drop your feedback right below. I really, really appreciate your feedback. And again, I put a lot of time and effort, not only in this particular video itself, but with the tutorials that I'm going to link up to in the very bottom. That way, you guys can get off to a really good start with launching your WordPress websites within a few short moments. So I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I ask you to subscribe to this channel. That way, future videos that I upload, you guys will be sure to receive them. I hope you guys have much success in your endeavors of creating your website and much success in your business this year, going beyond. Take care. Make it a great day.